Welcome to Sal's Classic Bodybuilding Archives. In today's episode, we're going back to April 1963, Muscle Builder magazine. Developing Broad Shoulders by Steve Reeves. Enjoy. Steve Reeves is the perfect example of what bodybuilding can do for you. From a sickly boy who had to wear a back brace, he developed into one of the greatest bodybuilding stars of all time and an internationally famous and wealthy movie star. Here, he tells you how he developed his world-famous shoulders. I'm writing this article for the benefit of all who'd like to have broad, well-developed shoulders. It is my opinion that broad shoulders are most important to a fine-looking and well-developed physique. Men, as well as women, admire a person with broad shoulders. You can observe this yourself anytime you are at the beach. Who is it that gets the most attention? You'll find it's the man with the broad shoulders and trim waistline. I don't want to give the impression that only those who have been endowed by nature with big shoulders are superior to all others who have not been quite so fortunate. It is my contention that every man, regardless of his size, can develop his body to rate the envy of those too lazy to do something about it. I say that we cannot help the way we are born, but we certainly can help what we do with the body we were born with. I guess everyone would like to have broad shoulders. But unfortunately, for those less ambitious people, it takes a certain amount of real hard work to get them. I put more drive and energy into my shoulder work than any other body part. Now, to get down to specific details. There are 3 basic angles to broadening the shoulders. The first is the complete development of the deltoid. Proper exercise and effort in this direction can easily add 2 to 4 inches to your shoulder width. The second approach is to broaden the shoulders by developing the thorax or the rib box to its fullest capacity. The scapula or shoulder blades are mounted on the rib box. Thus, when the rib box is developed to its fullest possible extent, it is readily apparent that you will in turn add inches to the width of your shoulders. The third approach is to stretch and enlarge the tendons and cartilages between the shoulder blades and the humerus, or the upper bone. This may be accomplished by dislocating on rings and also with shoulder stretching exercises. By using these 3 methods combined, it is possible to add up to 6 inches to the shoulder width. This may sound a bit far-fetched, but you can take my word for it. I've seen it done. In developing broad shoulders, the following muscles play an important part: the deltoids, trapezius, latissimus dorsi, teres minor, and rhomboids. The deltoids are divided into 3 main sections: the anterior, the lateral, and the posterior. When these 3 sections are well developed, the deltoid takes a triangular shape from the side view, and from the front it appears to be shaped like a coconut. The well-developed deltoid actually makes the shoulders wider. To develop the deltoid itself, I use a wide variety of exercises, especially doing a lot of pressing movements. I do both behind the neck press and military presses, combining these with lateral movements. I do regular lateral raises, rear laterals, and front raises, and supported side raises. Upright rowing is also a favorite of mine. Usually, for a typical routine, I will do a set of presses, 10 to 12 speedy reps, a set of laterals for each part of the delt, front, side, and rear, and finish up with a set of upright rowing or another type of press. I usually repeat this sequence 4 to 6 times, 10 to 15 reps with as much drive, concentration, and speed as possible. I never believe in resting much between sets. For the second method of developing shoulder width, expanding the rib cage, I prefer dumbbell pullovers. You will find them more useful if you place your shoulders across the bench and have someone hold your feet rather than the usual way of doing pullovers. To stretch and widen the shoulder bones, I prefer several exercises. One is to hold a heavy loaded barbell by the very outer ends and slowly do shoulder shrugs. The pull out as well as down serves to widen the bone structure. Another favorite of mine is dislocations on the rings. The same type of effect is also gotten by hanging on a chin bar and relaxing the shoulders downward. Then, keeping the arms stiff, pull up with your lats only and relax back down again. Each rep trying to relax a little lower. If you follow these shoulder exercises diligently, I promise that in time you will develop wide He-Man shoulders. I would like to impress again upon my readers that all these exercises, as well as any other means outlined by me or anyone else for the development of the body, are merely the means to an end. The end itself can be reached only by hard work. Wishful thinking won't do it. Complete knowledge of the proper exercises won't do it. But actually doing those exercises regularly will give you the body development you want. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and share. I would appreciate it. And until the next episode, keep training and chasing the dream.